My name is Taylor Eldridge, and I will be giving an informative speech on the definition of Down syndrome. My audience includes my grandfather, my little sister, and my Uncle Cole, and my dad is video recording. Okay, so 25% of the American households, all families, all have a child with Down syndrome. The other 25%, another half of it, they have plain disabilities, like they have autism or anything. But 50% of the U.S. households don't have any disabilities, they don't have anything wrong with them. While behavioral and mental issues are part of the development of Down syndrome, they are very recreational. There are some that are very recreational on a different stage. Like most of them they can drive, they have jobs, they are married, they have kids. They just do anything we do. They're just more recreational. Down syndrome is named after the English doctor John Langdon Down. Down syndrome is the most common known disease. It comes after everything because it just affects everything. 1 in every 691 children in the U.S. is born with Down syndrome. There are 6,000 babies a year born with Down syndrome overall in the U.S. 80% of Down syndrome children are born to women under 35. Increased risks for conditions such as congenital heart defects, respiratory and hearing issues, Alzheimer's, leukemia, and heart attacks occur with Down syndrome. Common physical traits for Down syndrome are almond-shaped eyes. They have wide foreheads. They're more bigger size than normal. And they have one deep line across their palm. All Down syndrome people experience a cognitive delays. The effect is usually mild to moderate. The life expectancy for people with Down syndrome has increased over the years. In 1983, it was the age of 25, but in 2016, it is increased to 60 years old. 3 types of Down syndrome. There are only 3 types that we have defined. There is trisomy 21, non-disjunction, and it accounts for 95% of the population of Down syndrome people. Translution only accounts for 4% of the Down syndrome population, and mosaicism accounts for only a small 1% of the Down syndrome population. The exact cause of the extra chromosomal disorder that creates Down syndrome, the exact thing that causes it is unknown to doctors. They can't seem to figure it out. It's just an extra chromosome that messes everything up. Since 1970, public schools have been required to provide proper education and lessons for anybody with Down syndrome, and Down syndrome for free to the families. This is a scale of the women with children with Down syndrome. After you hit the age of 40, every woman, 1 in 400 babies are born with Down syndrome. And then at the age of 35, it's 1 in 400 babies are born with Down syndrome. And once you hit the age of 30, it's 1 in 1,000 babies are born with Down syndrome. Down syndrome has nothing to do with race, nationality, socioeconomic status, religion, or anything farther than that. It just doesn't, it happens to anybody. You can be black or white or Asian or anything, and it won't affect you. 38% of Americans know someone with Down syndrome. The average IQ has increased from 37.4% of an IQ to 70 to 60, and that is almost average to the normal American brain. So this is a slide thing that shows you your extra chromosomes. So you have 2 pairs, so there's 46 overall. But once you hit your 21st chromosome, you have 2, and then you have an extra chromosome, and it's what causes Down syndrome. And that's it. And that's the definition of Down syndrome.